In today's Leeds news, Arne slot information as rejection looks likely. Carlos Corberán's thoughts on the Leeds option. And Leeds versus Manchester United press conference. Hey folks, Jer here on Friday, end of the week. And it's been a weird one, and it continues to get weird and evolve. And we're going to start off, and this will be a short one. We'll crack on. We'll do some of the information on the press conference at the end. It won't take long. It was a pretty short press conference again. But starting off with Arne's slot and information according to multiple people here. So I've tried to get all the different people who are saying different things and get it in one small bit to kind of paint the entire picture. And according to Miguel Delaney, report on Thursday, said that the 44-year-old is deeply considering the project at Leeds and will be interested in the move. He said that the timing is the only thing he'd be uncertain about. And this seems to be a continuing thing with a lot of the potential people that are interested. I think the fear of having a relegation on your CV is a problem, but also they're all looking for 6-7 weeks to get their styles implemented. We heard Bielsa say something like that when he went with the Everton job. The issue here is they won't get it. If they wait till the summer, there's a clearer picture. If Leeds can stay in the Premier League, then they've got a entire summer to build what they want to build. So that seems to be the issue with a lot of the coaches. Slot is also looking at having a potentially historic season at Feyenoord. They're on for a treble. They're top of the league. So there's a huge amount there. His exit clause is 6.5 million euro. It's about 5.7 million pounds, ballpark, roughly. But does he walk away from a historic season? That's the problem, and that's what looks like it's going to be the stumbling block here. A Dutch football expert, Marcel van der Kraan, so apologies if I got your name wrong, claims that Slot isn't going to leave. And what he has said is Arne Slot is probably the most exciting football manager that he has seen in the last 10 years. He really, really gets a team moving and going. Plays a very attacking and attractive style of football. He said it's the best you can see. And he also said it's probably comparable to Pep Guardiola's style. He also said, but Leeds fans, listen, please don't get excited. He's not coming. He also said that maybe he's been a bit blunt in that statement, but that when you look at how short amount of time he's been at Feyenoord and what potentially is on the table for him, it's probably not worth looking at the move. So Joe Donaghue's come out this afternoon to say that Arne Slot has pretty much publicly said he's not interested in the role. What he has said is being linked to a club like Leeds is a compliment, and it also shows that he's doing a good job. But he prefers to remain in Feyenoord this season. What he has said is staying with Feyenoord wouldn't be a punishment. So it's not an exact quote of I'm staying put, but there's probably more substance to this, as he looks like he's staying put. We don't know what's going on behind the scene. Andrea's been pretty outspoken on Twitter in the last 24 hours and on what's going on there. While we've got Victor Orta apparently in Amsterdam, but then you've got Gallardo potential offers coming out as well. Pochettino offers apparently coming out as well. None of the people have been in the places where these people are to actually have talks with them unless it's just phone calls. And then you've got Sam Allardyce coming out today and he saying, give me a call. I put a tweet out earlier on just to ask if we didn't get anybody, our preferred candidate, before the summer, and if it was a case of putting somebody in place until the summer till we get who we actually really want, would you take Allardyce? It's a big what. I personally wouldn't. 93% of people have said that they wouldn't either, so it's pretty categoric. Head scratching on the 6% though, but I can see the merits to maybe bringing somebody who has only got one relegation on his CV and is used to that and could probably get them moving again. Leeds' style of play would be very different to how Allardyce plays. Although when he was at Bolton, he did play a very, very attractive style of football and was kind of ahead of the game when it came to like technology and using scouts and people in the air and up in the back of stands and earpieces and all that kind of stuff. So that's that one. Carlos Corberán was asked today in West Brom press conference when did negotiations on his new contract start. Whether before or after the Leeds contact, and what he said is they started about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he said that they had a conversation that they wanted to wait until after the transfer window was finished so they could focus on the transfer window and then look at putting the contract in place. So they waited till after the transfer market closed and they sat down. Then he said, look, winning games and being linked to clubs means you're doing a good job. Pretty much exactly the same as Arne Slot has said as well. He saw it as a positive. So where are we? We're in a really tricky position here. It doesn't look like Areola is going to happen because Vallecano have blocked that. It's not Leeds' fault they blocked that. They just blocked it. It looks like Arne Slot's probably not going to happen now either. And then you've also got the Gallardo links, which look, he will not come in until the end of the season. He very much has said he likes the idea of the project, but it will be from a starting position. So it's a tricky one and one we're going to have to probably wait until after the weekend to see where we go from here. It can't be Steven Gerrard and it can't be Ralph Hasenhüttl. It just can't be, or Frank Lampard. It can't be those people. It just can't be. So take your time. If Scoobs gets a good result of the weekend or a good performance of the weekend, stick with Scoobs for a bit longer and we'll see how it goes. I'm not saying give Scoobs a job for the rest of the season. I've already said I don't think that's an emotional reaction to one result. But give him time over the next couple of games and see where we are. Take your time on this and get it right. You know, I did stand up for Rads this week and say like he's communicating with us on Twitter, but after his stuff yesterday, I just wish he'd get off Twitter. I really do. It's making us look bad. Some of the stuff he came out yesterday, it's funny, it's laughable, but it's making us look like a laughing stock. So I wish he'd stop that kind of stuff and just leave it alone. The more I see him doing that kind of stuff when Victor Orta's in Amsterdam, the more I start to think that maybe Radrizzani isn't involved in this process at all, and it's maybe 49ers led and Orta led. So we'll have to wait and see. It's a tricky one. I thought we'd be here by now. I thought we'd have somebody ready to come in the door. I thought today would be a pretty big day. It still might be. I mean, all this stuff coming out through different journalists are translations from other media outlets and other interviews and other stuff. So it could very possibly just be a case that one of these candidates is given the job today, tomorrow, or Sunday before the weekend's game, or even a Monday morning. It could still happen. Like, nothing's out of the realms of possibility here. Leeds could throw a financial package at Slot and at Feyenoord that everyone just goes, yeah, look, it's say turn this down. Why not? But it's looking tricky, and Leeds really need to get somebody in place who's going to get us out of the bottom half of the table pretty quickly. So there are loads of other candidates that haven't been mentioned yet. Okay, moving on. Just a quick happy note to say happy birthday to Sonny Perkins, who's 19 today. Only 19 today. You forget how young these kids are. So happy birthday to Sonny. Moving on, one last thing before we get to the final bit. And the press conference today, standard short press conference by Michael Skubala. Good answers. Some ridiculous questions being asked by people who clearly didn't watch the game at the weekend. During the week. So basically asked about injury situation. Long-term injuries are still the same. No change there. And he said that on Sinistera, that it's not quite what they thought it was, a hamstring, and he could be okay for the game on Sunday, but he will be assessed before the match. Pascal Stroke has a concussion, so he's out of that game. So it looks like Junior Firpo will start at left back. And outside of that, pretty much as is, he said, you know, happy with the midfield pivot that we had, happy with how the two lads in midfield. I mean, Adams and McKennie did the job on the England midfield in the World Cup, so they know each other, they're comfortable together. So there's that as well, which is positive. And all in all, he just said, look, it's all about recovery. We've got 3 games in 7 days, so there's really been a tough time to kind of really instill any kind of massive changes. It's all about just getting the players recovered and ready to go again on Sunday. And then lastly, just to finish up, just to say rest in peace to Roy Wood, who passed away. He made 204 appearances for Leeds, 197 league appearances, and was part of the Division 1 promotion side as well. He made the 7th most competitive appearances of any goalkeeper in Leeds history. So rest in peace to Roy Wood. And a sad note to finish on today. It's just been a weird one, hasn't it? It's been a really weird week. Trying to keep this balance as I always do, which is it's a really tough position right now to be in, to be positive about this. The positive stuff is going to be with a really good performance against Manchester United, and we'll hopefully do the same at the weekend and get another point minimum if we can. That'd be a fantastic result to get out those 2 games. So that's it for me. I'm hoping to do a live stream tonight with the guys in the American Leeds podcast. It's not guaranteed. I haven't double checked with the lads just yet, and I need to check that out. So if I can get a live stream tonight, it'd be around about 9-10 o'clock tonight. Just to look back at the entire weekend, just see where we are and see what's come up, and if any other news comes up today, because I think today will be a pivotal day in this decision. I think names are going to drop off, and sorry, I never mentioned it, Ange Postecoglou's been into the game at Leeds as well, so that's a possibility as well. So wait and see what happens, and I will be back possibly tomorrow with a video. I might do a video tomorrow if I don't do the live stream tonight, but if you want to catch me tonight, keep an eye on the community tab and on Twitter, and I will announce it there and then if we're going to be going live tonight. So as always, massive thanks to everyone supporting the channel. It continues to grow, which still surprises me. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I will see you tomorrow then, hopefully, or tonight, with some more Leeds news.